At this time, I'd like to introduce the Commander of Headquarters and Service Battalion, Marine Corps, Henderson Hall, Colonel Ira M. Cheatham. Colonel Cheatham.
Okay, first, I'd like to welcome everybody. When I was sitting over there, I said I noticed two things I might have did wrong, or one thing. Either it's real cold outside and I took my jacket off too early, or Mr. We could talk too long. One of those two. But I appreciate the speech. I mean, he thanked everybody, so I don't have to go back and thank everybody again. But what I want to say is that, you know, this is kind of like being handed a baton and handed the gift, and I'm at the finish line. Of course, you know, I'm fortunate enough to be in command when we get to cut the ribbon. But a lot of work took place way before I got there. My predecessor, Colonel Anderson, you know, he was handed the ideal, and he continued to move this ideal to where I get to benefit from it, as well as everybody else here that's been cutting the ribbon. So keeping that in mind, I know it's a lot of people out there who did a lot of tremendous work, especially a lot of our civilians and contracts here who stays here, continue to work on these efforts as the Marine Corps military move in and out. So I got to say thank you to everybody out there, especially our civilian forces, because projects like this take somebody to be here the whole time to keep it moving and understand the goal that we want to achieve. And we appreciate you doing that. The Stellar, like I said, the biggest and best compliment I can give you is that you built it like you were spending your own money, and you wanted to make sure what you put in the ground was going to be there, and it was going to provide us a need, and it's economically fit for everybody. So I appreciate that. It's a great unit that came together so that we'll cut this ribbon here. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to say that's the end of it, so we can cut the ribbon and we can go inside, because I believe the heat is good, right, Stella? And if it's not, we have them here to help us out, but the heat is here. Now, but before I turn it over, I'm going to turn it over to my chaplain, because we definitely still need to bless this building, and we need to have a prayer before we go on in. And he's here, so I'm going to turn it over to my chaplain so he can bless this, and then we can continue to move on. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.